Society is numb, dysregulated, and distracted. So your capacity as a creative entrepreneur to feel, remain regulated, and to embody clear focus and direction will determine the level of success that you cultivate in the age of information overload, AI, and all the other crazy shit that's going in the world. So to embody those things, you need to learn this one high value skill. And this is really the skill that I see this whole new wave of entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, and one-person businesses are really, really deeply embodying and is just rewarded in the marketplace. So before we dive into that, I want to introduce myself. My name is Kev. I am an award-winning furniture designer, and now I do creative strategy and help ambitious creatives design and build an aligned business from the inside out. And I love making these videos to just give freely what I know and what I've learned. So this skill that I encourage you to cultivate, regardless of whatever the heck it is that you do in the world, whether you're an artist, a designer, a painter, a coach, whatever the heck it is, that skill is embodying deep presence, because your presence is the foundation upon which you create, right? So if we can embody the deepest presence in our creativity, in the way that we engage and interact with the world, that energetic signature is going to be felt by the people you're trying to serve, by your clients, by the world around you. So the more that you can stretch your capacity to be fully present amidst all the inevitable sort of turmoil and chaos that might be happening in the world around you, the more that you can be a beacon of feeling, of being a wide and regulated nervous system for the world around you, and to just move with clarity, confidence, and connection through life. All of that is made available through presence. And the more that you can do that, the more magnetic you become, the more opportunities come your direction, the more the right people find the work that you do, right? So a couple quick practices that will help you begin to embody deeper presence in your everyday life, but also in your work, is first to start with returning to your breath. So I love just tuning into myself at multiple points throughout the day, taking a pause and breathing, but this is particularly powerful whenever you are creating or engaging with a client. If you do client work, or anytime you are kind of in your business, right? So let's use the example of you're meeting with a potential client, or you're on the phone with somebody that is interested in your work, interested in purchasing an artwork of yours, whatever. A powerful skill that is going to make you more attuned and valuable to the world around you is your ability to deepen your breath. So next time you find yourself in a situation like that where you're interacting with a client, practice really deepening your breath. The more you can become aware of how deep or shallow your breath is, the more you can start to transmit a greater presence. So the deeper you breathe and really listen to somebody and nod and attune to them, the more they're going to feel you. The more they're going to feel your gifts, they're going to feel your sort of devotion to the moment and your willingness to see them and meet them and offer them. And that is really felt, and it doesn't take any words, right? And this really goes to show the power of just really attuning and listening to somebody and not just hearing them so that you can formulate what you want to hear next. Listening is such a superpower that people don't teach us. I'll make a video on that another time. But to deepen your presence through your breath in your creative work, in your client engagement, is going to transmit trust because you're fully here, right? And you can use that in any sector of your life, right? So the more that you can deepen your breath, the more that you're transmitting deep presence, the more you're showing to the world around you that I am calm, I'm regulated, and I'm fully here. And that's a really magnetic quality because the culture around us is so speedy. It's so 6-second viral clip here, 2-second headline there. But if you can show that you've sort of transfigured that level of awareness and focus to something deeper, that immediately makes you so much more valuable. So translate that however you wish. Now, the second practice is just to embody a little bit more openness in play. This is specific in your creative sort of expression, right? If you're anything like me, if you're any sort of entrepreneur like me, you might have fallen into maybe taking your craft a little too seriously, which is maybe not actually fully present with what is trying to move through you. You know, the second that you strip play out of your creative process is really the moment that your creativity dies. As much as creativity is a skill that we cultivate, it really is more so just a space that we're allowing for our inner child to play. So the more we can create space for that and let that move through us, the more we're really tuning in and tapping into something deeper. And why play is so important is because it's an expression of us opening ourselves more, opening our hearts more, tuning into the deeper parts of us and giving our gifts from that place. Again, returning to the how you do is much more important than the what you do. I've just seen it time and time again, too much evidence to say otherwise, that the more you can tune deeper into yourself, into your creative gifts, into that inner child, into your heart, whatever it is for you, the more the world is going to respond positively to the value that you're transmitting because you're connecting to a pure place. You're not trying to prove anything. You're not trying to get approval or seek validation in the world around you. You're just purely expressing yourself and giving. And it takes a deep level of presence to embody that. Again, like the skill of presence is so powerful and it's overlooked because we can flick open our phone and see 100 different examples of entrepreneurs who have been like, just open up a drop shipping store and send $10,000 of ads to people who are X, Y, and Z, and you're not really attuning to them, right? You're just sort of pushing something upon them. And while that might be some level of short-term success, I am much, much more interested in helping y'all cultivate long-lasting, sustainable, deeply fulfilling success and relationships with the people that you want to serve, right? And you don't want a friend, you don't want your best friend to be someone who's just constantly like projecting on you whatever they're feeling, whatever they're going through, whatever this and that. Like, you want a friend who's deeply present and attuned, can listen and can also open deeply and vulnerably. So I think that's why presence is such a powerful skill, because nobody's bringing it to the table. We're so distracted, we're so quick. So as a creative entrepreneur, your value, regardless of what it is that you do, hell, even if you're cleaning solar panels, the more that you bring your full presence to each moment, especially moments that involve you doing your work and interacting with other people, the more people feel your presence, the more they trust you. And trust is the greatest form of currency. Trust is what's gonna make that phone call from their best friend's grandma who said, "You really gotta give that Kev a call because he was so lovely," whatever it was. Because it's really, you know, that's you, that's your brand, right? That's your flavor of humanity. And people resonate with humans, not just sort of products and ideas, right? So I want you to consider how you can embody deeper presence. Those are two little practices I gave you to deepen your breath in any moment, to take any moment deeper, to take any creative sort of consult or engagement just that much deeper by your breath, with your eye contact, and then to embody more play and openness in your expression, because that transmits a deeper flavor of you into your work. And I think people crave that, whether they can consciously articulate it or not. I see people in the world are really craving deep authenticity, and that's what that is. Presence is the prerequisite to authenticity. So if you want more practices and experiments that are much more in-depth and thorough, please check out the Embodied Creator Toolkit. The link's in the description below. It's a training of mine. And if you like this, you'll love my newsletter. So please subscribe to that. Subscribe to the channel. I appreciate y'all. I hope this was helpful. Yeehaw. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.